Hello people, today I'm doing a review of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I know you guys are probably expecting a Morbius review right now. I'll be seeing Morbius tomorrow, and so that means review will be tomorrow night. But today I want to be talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is an A24 film, and it's a multiverse film. That sounds pretty crazy, right? Because this movie is absolutely bonkers. I went into this movie had not seen a trailer. Not one trailer. I saw the poster and I saw a bunch of hype and a great Rotten Tomato score. So I was like, let me just go into this one blind because why not? And let me say, this movie was a lot more bonkers than I thought it was. You know, when you hear A24 multiverse film, you almost expect something really serious, but this movie is a lot more upbeat than I thought it was going to be. And it was kind of almost better for it. This movie reminded me a lot of The Matrix. And I know one of the Wachowski sisters tweeted about it the other day, and I can say that is a very right comparison to this movie. It really is The Matrix but modern day with the multiverse twist on it. This movie has a very it balances its tone so well. It kind of reminds me when I'm watching a James Gunn film or a show now, and because with James Gunn's work, he finds a very fine line between heart, comedy, action, and this movie really reminded me of that too. It had a very good blend between all the themes. And what's so accomplishing about this is because this movie is even more out there than even any of James Gunn's movies. So I would dare say that this movie did a better job at balancing these tones because it's so much of a they're so just out there each tone. Because I know people got emotional watching this movie. I was not one of them. I did not get I wasn't sobbing. I was like, oh, that's sweet. But you know, some people really connected with this movie, and that's really great. But I don't think I'm at the age yet where I can really appreciate due to the message of the film. I feel like maybe in a couple years, this is a movie I could really resonate with and love. But right now, I think this is definitely a movie I need to watch a second time. Just because, one, it's so bonkers. Two, the multiverse rules and how they work can be a little confusing sometimes because, you know, they work different in each movie, and this movie doesn't explain it right away. But I kind of like that as well because when you're introduced to this concept, you are confused with Michelle Yeoh's character. You see everything unfold before her eyes. She's definitely the lead, and it's told from her point of view. And sometimes she's like, they do a little bit of this is the one, she's the one. And so she kind of immediately clicks with this concept. Well, sometimes while you're the audience member, you don't click with it as fast as her. So sometimes I kind of felt like I was playing catch up while she just kind of immediately got it. But at the end of the day, I felt like maybe I was overthinking a little bit much because I don't want to spoil anything because the overall concept is not shown. Well, I haven't really seen the trailer, but the movie is fairly simple when you think about it. I think I was just overthinking it a tad because, you know, in multiverse you think confusing, you think A24, you think deep and story-wise. And the movie wasn't deep story-wise as much as it was from the characters and the emotional core of the story. And the story and action is just so bonkers. It could feel like it's a lot, even though it's not much. That's why I say I need to watch this movie again. This is definitely one I need to rewatch again to really establish how I feel about it. But either way, right now, I feel like this is a fantastic film. This is one of my favorites of the year so far. I hope this stays within my top 10 because this movie, the action is just bonkers, and it's like satisfying action. It gives me everything I want out of an action sequence. It has it's like if Marvel comedy got it perfect. This movie just kind of got I hope Marvel Studios watches this and say, you know what, maybe we should do comedy more like this, more so over the topness comedy rather than quips, because this is the type of action comedy blend that I like to see in action films because it is just so much fun to watch these action sequences, and this movie is hysterical at times. I was cracking up throughout the whole entire film. Because with the multiverse, there's actually a lot of comedy you can do with that. And so the way they interlinked the comedy elements and the multiverse and the way they pushed it together was really clever and really unique, particularly a multiverse involving hot dogs. You'll know it when you see it, but I'll just say that. But there's a lot of really creative and clever ideas they came up with this. This really feels like the multiverse film that just, you know, that's like it's the one you look at when it comes to the concept of multiverse films. And I really hate that I know for a fact that it's going to be this year is going to be Everything Everywhere All at Once versus Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and I really don't want to compare them because let's say I think this is a very, very well-made movie, and this might be a better film than Multiverse of Madness, although I might enjoy Multiverse of Madness more because it's characters I'm familiar with. But at the same time, you know, it's give or take. You know, I really don't want to play the compare game. Multiverse of Madness is not out yet, so yeah, this has me not like I'm curious if Multiverse of Madness can top these multiverse elements that this movie had to offer, because this movie had to offer a lot. But I feel like most people that see Multiverse of Madness really won't. No offense to the people that see Multiverse of Madness, the majority of them would have not seen this film. So it's not an audience thing, I say. It's more of a critical thing with the critics that have seen both films. I'm curious to see what the debate looks like on that, on Twitter and such, and I just hope it's not a toxic debate like looks like we've been having lately. But yeah, I'm gonna give Everything Everywhere All at Once an 8.8 out of 10. A very enjoyable time. Sometimes I felt like I was playing catch up, but I really feel like the score can really go up fast if I give this movie just simply another watch. And that's just a temporary score because I really feel bad giving it the score, but that's how I feel right now. But I will definitely, if you follow me on Letterboxd, it is on if you go to my About on my channel and follow me there, and once I watch it again, you'll see my updated score. So yeah, anyways, that's my review for Everything Everywhere All at Once. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, and stuff like that, and adios.